G'day guys, Brisbane Brothers here, Aussie.
And Dan's.
Got something we want to show you guys today we're quite proud of.
Check it out, guys.
The Brisbane Brothers sticker. Alright guys, these are ready to go. Hit us up if you want some. What we're going to be doing today guys, we finally got all the gear together here to bolt the 9" into the back of our beautiful XD Fairmont sedan. Now if you guys are following us on the channel, you will see that we've filmed every step of removing the engine and gearbox. We've filmed removing the diff. Today we're going to film installing the full rear end with everything here. We've got the 9" out of the ZH 275 LSD disc. What are the springs, bro?
They're a FOR 503 SL super low, brand new king springs, guys. Super low, brand
This is the proper
new
way to lower a Ford, guys.
And this is the latest, like guys, they've just manufactured these. Check this out. They've got these extra little bits between the leaves. I've noticed they've changed the design a little bit. This is the latest, oh, guys. I've never seen. Check these out. A lot of guys ask, how do you lower the back of the Fords? How do you get the backs looking low? Guys, this is how you do it. You buy brand new leaf springs. It's a bit of an investment, but if it's a good car, with a solid body like this, you want to keep the car, you do it the right way. With lowered leaves, all the hardware, the U-bolts is up for clearance. Never run blocks, guys. Blocks are the worst. Never run lowering blocks.
Check this out, 9" LSC. Now a lot of guys skimp out. We didn't skimp out, guys. We got the 9". We got the best springs.
Top dollar shit,
We've got the conies.
Brand new.
We've got all the bushes, plates, everything. Look at this. Right.
48 lowered springs for the front.
What we've done first here today, guys, is we've undone these big eye bolts up the front on these old leaf springs, and we've undone the shackles here at the back where they connect to the chassis here. We ripped out these old springs. The next thing we did while we were under here, just because it was time, guys, today was the day. Yo!
Guess what's happening,
We undid the exhaust off of the floor.
Going. Yes!
And this other bracket here
Can't wait to get rid of that exhaust.
was around up under the back. Just over here on the side of this rail, guys.
Out, bro, just rip it out.
Alright.
Bro, rip it, drag it.
You.
Finally. Yes, been waiting for that. Awesome.
You.
Alright, that's it, guys. Time to move forward.
Yo.
Yeah. The Brisbane Brothers. Alright, guys, check this setup out. I've laid it all out for you guys. Done the exploded view of the parts. I'm actually going to show you the difference, guys, in the old springs and the new springs. This is all the hardware, all your U-bolts, rubber mounts, base plates, sway bars.
Stickers, guys, hit us up if anyone wants stickers. We're going to go through and we're going to have a look who's been liking and commenting on our videos the most on the groups, and we're going to send some stickers out to people that we think deserve them. Good on you guys. Smash the like and subscribe.
Stickers we could get, guys. We've fully cut out with app.
They're not paper. They're vinyl. They're awesome. Air release.
Expensive items like 9" diffs.
They'll peel off without any damage. All right, check this out, guys. Now the reason that you get the super low springs is, can you see this, guys? It's a massive height difference.
Driver's side and passenger side, when you're buying brand new springs, there's always a difference. So this is actually the driver's, it's a bit higher, and you can see even on the springs removed, that's the driver's, it's a bit higher. Higher side always goes in the driver's because of sag. Look at the height difference, guys. It's gonna be
It's gonna be slammed, guys. This is the right way to lower a Falcon in the back. You. Awesome. All right, we're gonna move on to throwing the bushes into the back of these, greasing them up, lining them up under the car, and we'll show you how we fit a diff. Thanks for watching. You.
Make sure you smash the like and subscribe, guys.
All right, guys, the tools for today's job: 1/2" socket set, 1/4" basic screwdrivers, couple of hammers. How good are hammers?
Good attitude, observation skills.
Brisbane Brothers, guys, check it out.
Got a bit of endurance up your sleeve, a bit of strength.
King Springs FOR 503 super lows, 5 leafs, conies, everything has been cleaned up. These are the correct disc brake, handbrake, diff brackets. Alright guys, we're ready to rip in.
These are the period correct sunnies. Guys, I don't know if you realise, to get these sunnies, these are actual 1980. Guys, these are the real deal. The Brisbane Brothers went and got.
We're not playing around, mate. We had to go and buy a car just to get these.
We went back in time to get these. So it's just the sunnies, what they're gonna bring to the build. Alright guys, one of the first things we're gonna do now is install these pushers into the eyes and the leaf spring. We're just going to put a little bit of grease on there to help them slide in. So just a bit of assembly grease here, not too much. Use gloves if you're sensitive, you've got skin sensitivity issues. Not too much. You get one there ready, the next one ready. Not too much guys, just an even coat. You just want to get a bit of a film all the way around. If you go too much, it's going to just go everywhere. It's probably a little bit too much. Wipe the excess off. What I'll do is I'll use the excess. These bolts are going to slide in as well guys. They look a bit dry, so I'm going to put a bit of extra on these, get them nice and slippery so there's no issues with them. Okay guys, next step, these little bad boys, just get a rubber mallet. Rubber mallet here, line them up, straight in, easy as. Sit it there, line it up, flip it over. Should have greased it more, like the grease. Just really quickly grease these other ones. Try not to get it all over yourself.
Oh, that's fine, bro. It looks great.
That's a little bit there. Actually, don't need a rubber on these ones. Nolithane, the rubber, extremely hard wearing. If you don't grease these guys, these have a habit of squeaking. So the reason we're showing you this is we don't want any squeaks. We want this build to be like pro. So put a little bit of grease on there, guys. A little bit more there. Spread it out and you'll get no squeaks. And go in easy. Be happy days. If they're stiff, just send them home for your rubber mallet. That's it guys. You can even put a little bit on the outside to preserve it.
They're like a modern style bushing up the front, so we'll cut these off with the snips here in a minute guys. I'm going to run off and do a JD run. And Danzy's going to just line these springs up under the car for us guys, and then I'll be back and we'll pick up with the next scene.
That sounds marvellous.
I was about to say hydration session, I just realised there's nothing in the fridge, so alright guys.
I'm going to unwrap these. I'm going to unwrap these now guys. I'm going to get them ready to fit.
We ran King Springs guys. We told them we were doing a few videos for YouTube. Normally we go through our supplier for suspension stuff, GSA in Slacks Creek. GSA wholesale suspension. They're really good guys and they sell us stuff for great prices. This time we went direct to King Springs and they really hooked us up guys.
These are absolute guys. If you're doing a build like this, you want to be putting something that looks apart. You don't want to get something that's like a bit patchy, a bit, you know. I've had springs in the past, I got them brand new and I was like, really? I don't want to be painting stuff I get brand new. Guys, these are mint. Look at them. I've got to give it to King Springs. They're absolutely... You didn't get dirt on the sticker, did you, bro? No, I think there's a little bit of dirt. I'm like, oh no, don't wreck the stickers. We're going to keep this as wide as possible.
Don't wreck the stickers, guys.
The stickers, guys, they're going to pop. Alright guys, we're putting on the rubbers next. We've just installed the springs. That's very easy guys. There's not really anything to explain there.
Grease the bolts there guys.
Just chuck it through, it's just a bolt. Not really much going on, just hang it in. You can do it by yourself quite
Pushes
easily.
in, hook one there, yep.
Pay attention to spring orientation, make sure you got them on the right side. That's all there is going on there. Next thing guys,
yeah, so right hand drivers, left hand passengers, yep.
Next thing guys, we're going to get the rubbers. It doesn't hurt guys, spray these up, any type of dispersant, get a bit of moisture in, and what I'm going to do, everything's top notch here. These are a little bit dry, so I'm just going to chuck a bit of an old man streak here, just a bit of grease on the end here, bit of grease. rub a bit of the grease here.
that's grease.
That's going to just leach in. This end's looking a bit dry, and what that's going to do is it's going to, you'll see at the end, it's going to just suck it in, it's going to wet it back.
When we take a photo
it's going to rehydrate
the
it's going to rehydrate it, bring it back.
We've restored everything out.
What you don't want to do is don't drop it in the grass, and there you go guys, little pro tip.
Okay, sit it on bro, let's show them how to locate that over the pin.
A bit of a pro tip, these have to slide in, so you just put a little bit on the edge there.
When we undid these off the ZH, they go forward like that, with the rubber in between. not like that. If you put it on the other side of the car, the handbrake is not going to be right. Alright, let's put that rubber
Right guys,
on.
these are basically ready to go, reconditioned, lubed up where it counts. Those edges have to slide in.
Yep, see,
So
we got the curved ones that were from the top of the spring, so one on this side, one on the other. Let's go, bro.
Go the better one on the driver's side.
Beautiful.
Yep, that goes on like that.
And then this piece goes straight over the top, guys. It's as easy as that. Look
Beautiful.
at that.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Got a bit of grease on my finger. Put a bit of grease in that top, bit of rubber there, bit of excess, condition it. Oh, look at that, guys. That is,
Alright, then we'll head over the other side and we'll do the other one, guys, and we'll just show you that quickly.
Alright guys, other side here.
When you restore everything, guys, like this, it's a pleasure to work on it. All the bolts have been cleaned up. These rubbers, they're actually in very good condition. Normally we would buy these new, but these are great.
Obviously the handbrake's going to come in on these brackets. That's going to go towards the front of the car where the handbrake is.
Yep.
So chuck that on, line it up, guys. Make sure that's lined up on center because they can skew a bit. Line that up on center. Line that up on center. Ooh, went off a bit. Line it up on center and then just drive it home. That's it. Don't hit it too much, you'll scratch the new springs. That's it, guys. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh wow, this is coming together. This is going to be
next
so
step,
good.
guys, we're going to line the diff up behind the car here on a trolley jack, and we're going to slide the diff in to position because it's very heavy. Then we're going to transfer it from the trolley jack to the leaf spring hangers. Then we're going to come back to the back here and we're going to whiff the shackles and all the bushes and everything that we've got. Look, we've got this one in here. The bush is lubed. We've got one shackle in. We're going to do this side. Guys, she's almost in. Almost in, guys. You. Alright. Thanks for watching. Yep.
Alright guys, next thing we're going to do here is obviously the shackles at the rear. There's upper bushes that go into the body, so we're going to grease the bushes.
So they go in onto the rail up here, guys.
Chuck a bit of grease on those bushes, help them go in.
So there's a...
They're a bit difficult, it's hard to talk on them.
Pair for each side.
If you struggle getting them in, there's a bit of a trick. Like this bike
Actually sounds mad, so we'll leave that in the edit. That'll be just something interesting.
Alright, as I was...
Oh no, bro. I just broke my plugger.
Okay, stop. Everyone stop.
I've
Let's
actually...
have a little moment.
Oh,
They
guys,
were
you
so
don't know.
They were warning, man.
Oh,
They were
guys.
beautiful. What specimen.
I was the man with these man-bows.
Around Woodridge, you had a reputation.
I've got a YouTube channel dedicated to these songs now. Just checking, guys. Alright, let's get back to it.
Alright, guys. As I was saying before, when the bike came, these upper bushes, there's not much space. So if you don't grease these and you got to put them in dry, there's hardly anything to lever off. Have a bit of a look. Oh, it dropped for the third time. Alright, guys. Chuck one in the back here. And that hole up there, you want to get it square before you go pushing on it. Yep, get it in square. Oh, almost. I'll get something in there. Almost in, guys. And then you want one on the other side too. As I said earlier, there's not much space here. So a bit of a trick I found is you can get a few hammer handles. See, guys, it looks like it stops straight away. So you want to be very careful of the back guard. A bit of a leverage trick here. Careful, that first one, get it in. This is a bike seat hole, guys. It's just a really handy tool. You just got to get the right spacing. So use that as the backing, use that as the lever. Yep, a little bit more, don't go too much there in the body. Change the spacing up, got off that. Almost home, almost in, guys.
Good on you, bro. Well, it's quite stubborn. See, some of these new bushes are a pain to get in, so we're just showing you this bit of a trick.
See, guys?
Yep, there you go.
That's it, all the way home.
Beautiful. Now,
All the way home, guys. So that's a bit of a customer
my
trick,
little
guys.
trick, guys, is to grease these and to stick them in the hole and to just have the tip of the thread sticking out, right? So that when you are picking up the back of this, you want it the other way because they're a flip-flop. One goes that way, one goes in the top the other way. You want to just be able to catch the brackets on so that you're not busting a gut. And if one of us gets too excited ahead of each other doing this, we're going to be fighting each other, so we want to do it at the same time.
It's a bit of weight, guys, when we're going to be lifting up the whole diff and the leaf springs. So
but this is by far the easiest way to fit it, guys. So we've got the left-hand spring over here on the left-hand side. The right-hand one's in. Look at that, all greased up. We've got them on. We've got our other gear here laid out.
Just leave that back bush in just very carefully here, guys. Carefully, I'm just leaving off the fuel tank. And
we're gonna have to have a drink in memory of the pluggers, bro.
Oh, yep. Alright.
Alright.
Actually, I'll just quickly hang in.
Let's get a bit of a left-hand shot, guys, of the XD. Oh, look at it.
Guys.
Now, we've had this car home for a few weeks, guys, and we've had a bit of a talk. What's your opinion on this body, bro? What do you rate it out of 10?
Well, listen, guys. Rust-wise, it is the best XD body I've had the pleasure of inspecting. That's to say the least. Obviously, the paint's not that flash, but guys, what counts, the core, the rust in the body is non-existent.
What we're gonna do, guys, for you, Dan's had an idea today, and I thought, yeah, this is great. One of our next videos is gonna be where to check one of these for rust. And we'll make it a quick one.
The areas that we check, because
yeah, guys.
We've owned the cars, we know them a fair bit. I'll show you how I get around and how I check a body out to know how good it is. And let's not forget this. This is a little bit tricky, guys. You've got to get the angle of this. So if you don't get those bushes in all the way, you won't get this in. All right. So you chuck the bushes in as far as you go. See that bottom one? There's a little bit of a gap there. That'll
do up later when you do it up.
It's a bit of a trick, guys. You've got to get the angle right. You've got to get the hole in. Then you've always got to like force it against the inner guard. Yep. That's it. A bit more. Yep, that's it, guys. So get that in, and then.
Well, that's a bit of a trick, guys. If you haven't done one of these, you won't know. Now, my trick, what I was saying, is just stick the head out, get it in, get it in.
While you're sliding it in.
Get it in, get it in. Oops, pulling the other bush out. Okay, stop, push the other bush in. You just want the. Yeah, that's
back it out
that's
a bit.
perfect. Yeah, back it out. It's pulling it in.
You just want a
Perfect.
hanger.
That's it, guys.
You want it out a little bit. You don't want it in all the way. You want a hanger, and we'll show you later the next step. Thanks for watching, guys.
Now, guys, another quick tip here. See how it just goes in from the one side on the outer chassis rail. On this side, the other one's the same. There's no room with the fuel tank. Obviously, you don't force it the other way. So the bottom one's opposite.
Like this.
So our little trick, we'll actually just chuck it in, and we'll show you here so that you can actually see more clearly. King Springs, guys, sponsor of the Brisbane Brothers.
Yep.
That's about perfect. Maybe pull it out just a little bit.
Back it out.
Yep.
You just want a minimum, about a centimetre, a bit less to hang it. That's it.
And see up
Ready
the top,
to go. Keep
just
the bolt handy.
Good on you, bro.
Keep the 2 bolts handy.
Now, we've done this a few times. It will be a little bit heavy. What we're going to do at the end is I'm going to grab one, Dan will grab the other. We're going to walk the diff in on a jack now, sit it on the perches, put the bottom plates on. We'll start the U-bolts just by finger, and then we'll actually pick the diff up and we'll hang it on here.
So all you've got to do, guys, is just hang it on. You got to hang it on that thread on this in here, and then you got to hang the top thread on there at the same time.
We'll show you. Hopefully we can set the camera up where we can show you, but it's pretty straightforward. When you get the new King Springs, guys, they come with 4 of these spaces. The reason for these spaces is Ford makes 3 different heights of these upper diff saddles. This particular one from the 5-leaf spring from the car is a 5-leaf one. There's a 6-leaf one that's longer, and there's a 4-leaf one that's shorter. So if you were to imagine that this was a 4-leaf bracket, when you do it up, the gap would be quite far like that. And if you were to just keep sending it home, you'll bend the bottom plate. You'll never get it tight because it'll just be the bolts doing up on one side. So then you would put these in between. So there's 4, 1 on each side, 1 on each spring. But because we have 5-leaf shackles, we don't have to worry about that. Generally, XDs and old Falcon 6-cylinders, when you're doing a conversion, will have 4 leaves in the back like these, and you run that, and then you end up with the same thickness here, so that you don't bend your U-plates. Alright, let's move on to the next thing, guys.
Alright, guys, what we're going to show you now is the diffs actually already in. It was easy as. All we done is we set up the trolley jack behind there for a bit of padding, because the diff's painted, set it up right in the middle, basically walked it in until we couldn't get any clearance of the fuel tank.
Sitting on its mount.
One got on each side, stepped it off, straight on the mount. It was so easy. There's not really any need to show it. As long as you get it, guys, look in here. You just want to make sure the mount, it's a little bit dark there. There's a hole, you just want to line up.
Alright, guys, the next step now is to hang the hangers onto the top hangers. So we're going to get a side each. Get onto here.
Try and get your center of gravity as close as you can as possible. Are you ready?
Yep.
Go for it on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yep, my side's on good. Okay, wait. I'm just gonna let my side free. Give your hand to yours. Move. I think you move to the left and the right.
Trying to do the diff and I'll do the spring.
Yep. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
get it.
Just play around if it broke out the weight of the Diff.
Got it.
Got it?
Yep.
No pressure? Got it?
Yep.
Sweet. That's it, guys. That's it. So all you want to do is, we had those shackles half loaded. What we're going to do is clip the both sides on. It's a bit tricky because you got to line up two sides at once. You got it, bro. It's in, guys. Matter of just sending the bolts home. It's fitted. All right. It's actually pretty hard now, guys. You got to squish it in to get the bolt started. Yep. I can get my bottom started and ready.
Oh, yeah, bro. Right, guys, I'll show you what we did there. We just hung these shackles. If you go at the same time and you get each side, it's a lot easier because there's like a bit of lateral pull, but whatever it's in, that was pretty
guys,
easy.
it's over, it's done. Just tightening up some nuts now.
Dan's will give those a nip. We've put the U-bolts in. We needed to get some new ones. The old ones were giving us a bit of grief. They're a bit out of shape with the bottom. So these new ones are pretty long. Danzy's just doing up the last ones over there, and we're going to get the grinder out, cut them short. Check this out, guys. Brisbane Brothers. Look how nice that Diff looks. Beautiful. I donated the U-bolts from my stash. Cleaver key. Alright, guys. Let's go over there and see what Danzy's up to.
That's pretty good. Final nip, bit of a tip, guys. The one thing to come back after doing the install is to come back and give these another nip afterwards and check them.
Yeah, they need
good idea to even use thread lock on the brand new, on these type of U-bolts.
King spring super lows.
If you haven't got nylocks, a little bit of thread lock would help. We're going to shorten the studs back now, guys, and it's that's about
pretty
it, guys.
much in.
It's
Alright, guys, we've cut the U-bolts, the 9 inches in. We've got the 8 little subs here.
She's officially taken 9 inches up the rear. Just went straight in.
Alright, guys, the next step now is to chuck in the Coney shocks. Beautiful. Alrighty, let's chuck these shockies in. Alright, guys, we've just adjusted these Coneys onto the harder setting. To do that, you push the bottom in, you turn it sort of clockwise on the bottom to go harder, and to go softer. That way they've got 2 full turns, so all the way that way softer, so all the way that way's hard. They're on the firmer setting now. Let's chuck them in.
Alright, guys, so I just lobbed these off for aesthetics so they don't collect. Since I've got lowered leaves, you're not running blocks, obviously you don't want anything dangling down, so I just lobbed them back, finish them up. We're going to chuck the shockies in, connect the brakes, and it's on the way, guys. It's in there, 9 inches in.
9 inch up the back of her.
9 inches, guys, straight in.
Shock install's pretty easy, guys. Lower U-bolt shackle for the Diff to that hole in the floor where we undid the other ones. Alright, guys, same thing on this side. Bolt up the top, and the shocky goes into the lower saddle over here. Double nutted. Get someone to hold it so you don't swing and bust the seals. Alright, guys, we've got the 9 inch install done and dusted. Let's have a bit of a look. We'll get the money shot before we bleed up the brakes and throw the wheels back on. Ooh, beautiful. You got the Brisbane Brothers sticker over there. Always represent, guys. You got the Clevo King up there on top. You got the brand new King Spring super low 5 leaves. I connected up the brake line before up under there, so everything's done. All we've got to do now is bleed the brakes, chuck the globes on.
Guys, I can't wait to see how this is going to sit. Unfortunately, we have to plant a donk in the thing to get the actual ride height, so it's going to be driving me crazy. I want to see how slammed it's going to be. Guys, they're like level. Can you see the level? They're almost flat. It's going to be slammed. This is sick.
You. A bit of a sneak peek at the exhaust, guys. Mandrel bent, 3 inch, single. We've got the hot dog down the back, big muffler up here. We're going to try, hopefully tee a set of extractors into this.
Full mandrel.
Got a few bits we're going to clean up there later on. The next video, guys, is going to be how to install lowered front coil springs and how to assess the front end, what needs to be done. We've got our radiator shroud.
There's going to be brand new
overflow
springs
bottle.
throughout. Rumour has it, guys, this exhaust system here might look like a bit of an old exhaust system, but it's got a bit of a
precious backstory.
It's got a reputation, guys. This system's known.
Where was it from? Nambucca Heads?
New South Wales Police Service.
Oh yeah.
New South Wales Department of Transport know about this exhaust system, right? It's
we got it off a mate of ours who copped no end of trouble with the law with this system. He reckons it's a thumper.
It's bloody cannon. It's gonna be.
Right guys, so what we've got here cleaned up is the base plates. So one of the next things we're gonna do is film swapping out these engine mount base plates. Then the base pretty much gonna be ready to receive.
We'll give it a full clean, guys.
The Clevo.
We'll have to give it a thorough clean. We'll clean it
chuck the grill back on.
Chuck the engine straight in. Boots. Engine back in. We'll get the right height.
Just that last money shot over here.
Once the engine's in, guys. Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be slammed. The back might be a little bit lower, perhaps. What do you reckon, bro? Do you reckon the back will be slightly lower? It could have that like old, you know, XY GD look, just a little bit of squat. Yeah. It's gonna look sick, guys. They look level as they look so low. Check out the new U-bolts. We've got the conies. We've got the blue LSD center, the king springs. It's come together real neat. We've decided we're not going to throw the sway bar in for now because these springs should be more than adequate, but it'll be in the boot, and if we feel the need, she's ready to go. Right, thanks for watching, guys. I can't wait to see these guys. What do you reckon? I'm going to go and get the old one-man bleeder. We'll give these a quick bleed, top up the master, we'll run you through that, we'll throw the wheels on and check it out. I don't know, bro, I hope that we cover a little bit of tyre. I think we'll see the back, we'll see how low the back's going to sit, but it actually, when you put more weight in the front, it kind of lifts the back up, so we might get an illusion, it might look lower than it's going to sit. Stay tuned, guys, we're going to see. You ready, bro?
Yep.
This is it.
You! It'll settle a bit, but that's pretty good considering we've jacked those conies and the tyres are a bit flat.
Ooh, she's looking good. Oh yeah, that's what you want, bro. You can't really go any lower, keeping the car practical. This is going to be just the height of our local bottle shop drive-through. We want to be able to go and get drinks in the new beast without scraping out on the collectors.
Now guys, I'll try and get the camera level sort of with the bottom of the tyres there.
We have a Brisbane Brothers sticker now for the builds. Look at the back. Yo, she's slim, guys. No blocks. None of that bloody cheap alloy block.
This is it, guys. When we chuck those Pedders springs in the front and the Clevo, she'll be sitting. I've got Dan, the photographer, over here getting some angle shots.
This land, guys. I can't wait. You know what it's like, guys. You can't go to Macca's. You know, you can't go through anywhere with the speed bumps when you go too low, but this is gonna be sweet.
Alrighty. We couldn't bleed it up, guys. The reason we're gonna cut this short today, I had a bit of a fucking brain fart. I forgot that there's no pedal box in the car.
How do you bleed the brakes?
You can't. And we're not putting a pedal box in just to bleed the brakes, because this whole dash has to come out.
You got the bleeder kit out?
Yeah.
It's like no pedals.
Alright guys, that's how you fit a 9-inch diff and lower the rear end on an XD Falcon. Brisbane Brothers, smash a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Yo!